You have to figure out what you don't know. I mean, that's one of the great things about being a person, I guess. But like, I don't know if there are any now. You know, the universe is big, and like by the time like light gets to us, sometimes it's, you know, the planet that it's coming from is fucking gone. Like it doesn't exist anymore. You know, like because it's so long ago.
Right. Oh, that's fucked up to think about.
Right. Like, because like, you know, I was like thinking about how big, you know, our galaxy or our solar system is. Like, we shot Voyager out into space in 1970. Wow. And like, we literally
still getting something from it?
Yeah, well, we are, which is also fucking crazy because there's like a fucking gold record in it, you know, like the aliens are gonna be like, all right, man, where's the fucking turntable? Man? I think we actually even gave them a cartridge. We're like, here's how you listen to it, bro. But anyway,
a little instruction booklet.
Yeah, well, there actually there is kind of like they have engraved them in like crude draw. It's fucking crazy what we did to that. But like, we just in the last like I think 5 or 10 years, like it just got past like it's like either in or just past the heliosphere, which is like the weird place in between solar systems. And so like, you know, we're still hanging out in the middle. We haven't even reached like another. We're still in our.
We're still turning the page. This is the moment before the next page lands in front of your eyes.
So, you know, we don't know anything about it, and for all we know, they flew by here at one point, and they were like, "There are fucking big old lizards down there fighting each other. That place is not fucking cool, man."
Well, it's like in Star Trek, they have the Prime Directive, right, where they can only go to planets that have already discovered space travel, I think.
Right.
So, you know, it could be that they've passed by and they were just like, nah, you guys aren't ready.
We're good, yeah.
Or they came by and saw Ronald Reagan was president and they were like, nope, kept on moving. The actor?
No.
Don't come back.
So, yeah, I think it's possible. I don't.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I didn't. I think it's possible.
I love the idea of ancient astronauts, like Chariot of the Gods type shit, you know, like Stargate, where like ancient aliens are why we have the pyramids and stuff. I would love to believe that the universe makes that much sense and that humanity isn't that weird and inventive, that like there is this all-encompassing explanation for why we are the way we are or how we developed, that there is a plan. You know, for somebody like me who I don't really subscribe to a religion, the idea that there could be a rational explanation for religion and still give us a higher power that knows better than we do is a very comforting thought. Or it could be completely creepy, like what, you know, like Prometheus or Alien, you know. Speaking of, to double back on Maria's original question about the film Alien.
About the film Alien, which is, you know what, I probably got that. That's probably all she wanted to know about.
James Cameron.
I fucked that up.
It's great. It's a great movie. I was actually thinking of revisiting those this weekend.
I watched them shortly after I got divorced, and they were awesome. They hold up.
All of them? Did you watch all 4?
No, I just watched the only 2 that matter.
I actually like 3 quite a bit, but I understand.
I mean, the first 2 are the 2 that you're like, okay, you're good. Like, if you don't watch any other Alien franchise films, like these 2 could be like a very good
duology.
Right. I mean, and I've seen parts of Prometheus, but like,
it's bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad, but I really liked its sequel, Alien Covenant, which has Danny McBride and Billy Crudup in it.
Which sounds like on the surface to be a terrible Aliens movie.
Right. Well, like just how Danny McBride writing a Halloween movie sounds like a terrible Halloween movie, but it was actually pretty fucking good. So Danny McBride is a multi-hyphenate.
Is what we're saying. Yeah, exactly. Don't We turned on her quick. She's the only person that even said anything, and she was like, and we were like, "Fuck you."
This is why we're not getting new listeners, because I turn on them immediately. This isn't my first beef with an audience member, as longtime listeners of the show know.
There is a lot of animosity towards our listeners, and I'd like to, for one, say Tough shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Deal with it. We're not doing it for you. No, I'm just kidding, Maria. I love you so much. I'm so thankful that you're listening. And I love the pictures of your kids that you're posting on social media. I think they're adorable.
They are. They're cute. They're cute little dudes.
I love seeing, look, that's one thing I will admit to as I'm getting older. You know, I'm not going to have any kids, but I love seeing all the pictures of my friends' kids that they post on social media. I think it's great. It gives me hope.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, sometimes
not every day. Yeah. Top 3
so,
reasons I'm keeping the gun out of my mouth. Number 1.
Number
my
1.
friends' kids' pictures.
Number 1 with the bullet. Keep them coming. Oh man, that was actually like, oh. Anyway, my bad. I didn't mean to. I was using like a record reference, and I went there.
Oh, I thought you did it on purpose.
I didn't. That was.
Oh, accidental genius.
You know, that's the only kind I'm capable of. So there are a couple of things. We got to pay some bills, is really what I think.
Yes, we do.
We got to pay some bills. And so I like to, we should do the thing so we can get the money and we can keep doing this podcast. And
yeah, absolutely. So this week it was my turn to go out and find some bill payers. And, a lot of businesses are furloughed, a lot of people out of work. So, not a lot of people looking to spend cash on a startup podcast with listeners
right.
in single digits.
Fair.
But they do exist.
Great.
And, for some people, this recession, this pandemic, it's a catastrophe. Mm-hmm. But for other people, for some smart people, it's an opportunity.
Okay.
And so this business, very, very smart young woman started it. This is Sadie's TP Liberators.
Liberators.
Yeah. So,
okay.
You guys have been to the store. Fair. That paper products are hard to come by, especially the ones you use on your bottom.
Uh-huh.
These people, Sadie's team of revolutionaries, what they do is you go to their website, you tell them how many people are living in your house, you tell them what you need, and if possible, you give them a list of local people you hate. And what they do is they find a way to get you toilet paper out of that house or
oh my God.
Another house. They do substitutions sometimes. So if your arch enemy is also out of toilet paper, they might have to just get some from their neighbor. But, they will bring you toilet paper.
So innocent civilians their toilet paper could be taken?
Yes. But Daryl, this is a pandemic.
It is.
Think about other people right
You're
now.
right.
You're right. About number 1. Or rather, you have to think about number 2.
You do. Number 2 is the one you really have to think about. Number 1, you could make it, I think. But number 2, I mean, as a dude, I absolutely could make it. And ladies, I don't know. You're on your own, I guess. This is a pandemic after all.
Yeah. I can't worry about you. I got to worry about me and my butt.
I got to worry about my number 1 and my number 2s, okay?
Right.
And wow, when the shit hits the fan, that's... You really see.
Why did we install fans in the toilets? We were so arrogant before this
playing God, we can do this. That sounds like a really great service. I think I would utilize it at least once or twice. There's some people I don't like. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah. And here's the thing. They do not accept donations. So if you have extra toilet paper, do not try and get in touch with Sadie.
That is not what they're here for.
They are not here for handouts. They are takers.
Okay. And that should be very specific about that.
Right. They're here to liberate toilet paper. If you're giving it away, it's
not liberation. Right. It has been liberated.
Yeah. There's no money for them to make there. They have to take it.
So we want to take a moment to say happy belated birthday, but happy early birthday also. It's kind of early, but it's going to be late because it's coming out.
This birthday message travels through time. From May the 1st.
To May the 4th. Back to May the 3rd.
Right.
For our friends, Walter and Compton, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, fellas, and loyal listeners to the show.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they're one of the 4 last week, the 5
yes,
this week.
Probably. And Also, from the original runs of the show,
Yes. When Compton was still in the Navy?
Yeah, he was in the Navy talking about how he loved listening to the podcast. He would be at sea for so long that apparently he couldn't really, the internet was kind of.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't get the podcast, but he'd download 5 when he would come into port or something like that, and then he would be and I'd save them, and or maybe he would. I don't know. Compton, just set me straight here. Tell me how it was listening to those podcasts in the Navy. Anyway, happy birthday, guys.
Yeah, happy birthday. We're so happy that you were born and that you're still with us. Walter wrote a really fun post on not Instagram, on Facebook today that was very touching for me. So just, I'm getting extra sentimental in my quarantine. So it doesn't take much. Yeah. And, things like that, just seeing how my friends are doing, even if I don't talk to them that often, I appreciate them putting that out there so I can see it.
Yeah.
I tend to be a person who always feels like he's bothering everybody except for the 3 people I talk to every day. So even if I've been friends with somebody for 20 years, I'm I shouldn't text them. I'm probably just gonna
Yeah, so, I got a little of that in me too, so I understand. Yeah. But yes, great post, Walter. As always, he has some really good ones when he puts it out in the world. And because it's May 4th, also.
Yes.
What is that? May the 4th be with you?
Yes.
That's a big Star Wars day now.
Yes, and Disney is fully capitalizing on that. They
of course they are. That's why they bought them.
Right. They are adding Rise of Skywalker to Disney Plus on that day. So that's how they're celebrating. So for those of you who haven't seen it yet or who just didn't want to pay just for the movie again, but maybe a monthly fee, you can
if it's there, I'll watch it.
Yeah, well, I have the box set, but I kind of stalled out at Attack of the Clones, so I need to get back on the wagon. Also, I hear the new episodes of Clone Wars are really good.
I haven't gotten to them. I'm so slow.
What season are you in?
I'm still in season 2, man, but I just watched a really powerful scene in season 2. They have Cad Bane, and they're fucking torturing him, essentially. Anakin walks in the room, and he's he uses the Jedi mind trick, then Obi-Wan, or the Mace Windu uses it, then Obi-Wan uses it, and they're all doing it, and it seems to be causing him a lot of pain. And Ashka Tan is in the back, going what the fuck is going on here? You see on her face, she's this is not fucking right, man.
This is not okay.
Yeah, and I haven't seen where her character goes. I do know that, there's some disillusion later, but I kind of think they even planned, knowing that, but seeing it now, you're oh, I can see that they planted the seeds for this here, for her to be nah, man, this is not what I fucking signed up for.
It's a really good show. Go ahead.
It's underappreciated, I think, in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, I think that actually, that's a version of Anakin Skywalker you can really root for. He's a hero. If that had been the Anakin we had I think that is the Anakin we had in Episode 1. When we just didn't know it. Yeah, exactly, because he, the jokes, the willingness to help, all of that, that's the Anakin you have in the Clone Wars cartoon, but not in episodes 2 and 3. There's a real continuity there, and I don't know how that got lost, but I'm glad they found it again for the show.
Yeah.
Which really does help round out that character and make his tragedy more robust.
Yeah.
Instead of just get to the Darth Vader.
Yeah. And even though and they're actually doing stuff with Darth Vader now that's I think it adds to kind of his lineage, in the Jedi. Spoiler alert if haven't played the latest Star Wars.
Oh, the Fallen Order?
Yeah.
What
have you played it?
Yeah, but I forget what spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't played. Go ahead and lay it on me.
So you're at the last thing. You've finally found the Jedi guy that you've been searching for with the holocron and all that.
Right.
And then Vader appears. And like you're
I
like
remember that, yeah.
and you're like running